I'm Timmy.
I'm Justin.
I'm Nathan.
And this is Three Old Tech Dudes.
Help us. We're sinking.
Ah!
What kind of tea we having today?
Berry kind.
Huh.
Is it tasty? It looks old. I'm not sure I want to drink that.
Well, tell you what, guys, when I was a teenager and I first got my first Citizens Band radio, first kind of radio I ever played with hobby-wise. You see the video here about that one. There were some guys on Channel 7. They were always talking about being on their Teaberry Stalker whatevers. As a
Stalker 202?
A sub-sized side, and there was a Stalker 4 and a Stalker 6 and a whole bunch of them. And they were the top of the line of the Teaberry brand, which existed until, I believe, the early 80s. Maybe even before that. It was absorbed into Unit, and I can tell you that. So
yeah.
They went away. Very pretty radios with gold faceplates, kind of not actual gold, but the gold color, and they were nice looking. The knobs are always gold. It's the kind of thing you see it on the shelf. You go, "That's a Teaberry." You don't have to get close to it.
Is it rose gold?
I don't know.
An apple?
I don't know what rose gold is.
It's one of the colors.
Well, some time ago, a friend said, "Hey, clean out this fella's garage, and there's a couple of these things, and one of them's a boxed Teaberry CB radio." I'm like, "Sold."
He was gonna give it to him, but he bought it anyway.
He wasn't gonna give it to me. We got to look at this, and we don't think it's ever been used. It may have never been opened. So we're going to have a vintage unboxing on Three Old Tech Dudes today from the late 70s here in 2022. So what do you think we dig into it, fellers? See what we got in here. The box is pretty gross.
There's no wild critters or anything, is there?
No.
Right, I've got a hornet and wasp spray over there. We got a power washer in the other room, too.
There we go.
Get out the pressure washer. That is like all the box.
You see what's in the little box.
It smells like vintage electronics.
What is it? Tim called 3-year-olds that smells like old sadness.
Oh, it smells like old happiness.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Part with the box maybe behind us there.
Sure, why not?
Oh,
you. Uh-oh, is it sticky? That's been boxed a long time. Surely, don't you think?
I don't know if Shirley did it.
I don't know. He didn't like how it felt.
No.
What'd you do? What'd you get on yourself?
I don't want to
It's like the coating on this is liquefied a little with time. Wow.
Oh, the thingy broke.
Ooh, it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of gooky feeling.
The thingy
But
broke.
it is the original mic. That's expected. Oh, it is it. Pop loose, did it?
No, it's broke off.
Oh, huh. Wonder why.
But that's the...
Yeah.
So, here's a mic.
Yeah. Look how fresh the wire looks even.
It's a very squishy button.
Yeah, I don't... This is still zip tied.
Yeah.
So this just probably broke from old age and just sitting there torqued all that time. Wow.
Teaberry.
So this is your car, sort of.
Oh,
connector.
yeah. It's got a 12-volt line. Look here, guys. It's a sales receipt.
I'd like to meet the fellow that mounts that under his dash.
From Olson Electronics on North Keystone in Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Got a date on that bad boy?
10/15/1978. $234.
Wow, that's money in 78.
This was a top dollar rig. I'm gonna let you guys look at that. That is not the name of the fellow that owned it when I got it. So he may have picked it up at a sale or something.
234.
Yeah. That is not.
Well, now the sales receipt here says $225.
I must have got a better deal on it. Well, I was looking at the plus tax cost, I'm sure. What that is.
Is this a credit card receipt?
Because it's stapled to that.
And it's got
It is. Look here. It's one of those little slides. Yeah, credit card. Carbon.
So, old boy put $225 of this on his old Visa or MasterCard.
Really wanted on that air.
Didn't leave home without it.
So we've got the original owner's manual with it. Stalker 202 with a 1 full year warranty.
This will set you back with the equivalent of $934 today.
Isn't that something?
Taking into account inflation.
This is a inflation calculator, but wow.
here is, wow. Okay, here's some stuff for you. Here's your registration operating rules for the Citizens Band. You know, where you used to have to get a license.
You mean everything goes?
Yeah.
Man.
Here's your temporary permit to operate the
Federal
thing.
Register.
Class D. Wow.
Temporary permit.
Here's an FCC Form 605 application for Class C or D station license in the Citizens Radio Service.
Now, what was the difference between a Class C and a Class D?
I don't know. Everybody ignored it so much they gave up enforcing it by the 1980s. So this came with a lot of stuff.
Sure did. You're still digging in over there.
This has a whole bill of material for the contents of the electronics, Nathan.
Nice.
Every component inside this radio. That's pretty neat.
I mean, you just don't like this is a credit card statement.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah. I've noticed the card numbers formatted much differently than modern ones. So.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it wouldn't work at this point. It's probably long expired by 20 or 30
I would
years
hope.
ago.
Teaberry 1 year full warranty card never filled out.
Think we could still fill this out and send it in?
They don't exist, so no. And here now, there's something I've actually never seen. It's the entire Part 95 rules and regs that you should have handy while you operate your Citizens Band station from the FCC.
So that you
Actually
know what
packed
rules you're
with the
breaking?
radio. Yes, so you know what rules you're breaking when you don't use your CB call and call yourself, you know, the Bandit or whatever. So, well,
By golly.
Well, this thing does have like
It is something.
actual integrated
well, shall we
circuits in
dare
there.
break the plastic here, fellas? They've been staring at it from the front here for a while, so let's pull
I haven't
that
even
off.
seen the front.
Well, we'll get there. Detach our foam here. Vintage foam that is older than 2 out of the 3 of us.
It's probably stuck to things. Yeah.
It's actually not. It's not about a
Integrated
high heat
circuits.
situation.
That's some pretty thick
Yeah, that's real
plastic,
plastic.
too. Like, that's quality.
Holy cow. Man, look at this. False wood grain paint. Man alive. Look at that son of a gun, boys.
Wowza.
That's pretty.
I was getting ready to say those exact words.
I like the needle, the meters on there. It's fun.
Wow.
Well, this thing had some TTL stuff built in. 7805 regulator.
Yeah. Knobs are all still good.
Yeah,
Loopy.
fun.
Stiff.
Leapy.
I sit there and go through the electronic stuff.
AM
'Cause
upper and lower side band. Oh, it has an FWR meter built in because it has an FWR calibration knob.
well, that's actually nice.
Yeah.
Man, I can hear the breakers are coming now.
That
I have to break out some of my Radio Shack actual meters that would work with this.
Yeah.
I think comically, maybe sitting
Wowza.
right- no, they're sitting
Yeah.
up there.
So every once in a while you'll find something that's basically new old stock like this. And I just thought I had to share this with the channel. This is unusual, especially since I always thought it was a neat brand when I found old worn out ones in the wild in the 90s.
Can you certify that you're at least 18 years of age and not a representative of a foreign government? Why would they care about
Sounds like a ham license app.
Thank God. Have applied for a Class D Citizens Radio license by mailing a completed Form 505 and $4. Well, that's
$4.
that'd be like 60 or 70 now. But
I don't need no stinking license.
have not been denied a license. Who would they deny?
I don't know, but it didn't work. CB was a wild countryside and kind of still is, but guys really enjoy CB. that are
It's
on there,
not
some
well.
of them, so.
It's not as wild as it used to be because I think really honestly everyone just kind of got out of it. But
Yeah.
You got to think, though, before cellular phones were a thing, I mean,
oh yeah,
other than the
It was pretty
telephone,
sticky, too.
this was about the only means of communication a
Yeah.
fella had.
What do you think? Do we dare power it up and see if it at least comes on?
so we get the fire extinguisher over
I
here.
don't know. I don't think we'll need that. But
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Bullet breaker, set fire to the house. Ooh, no, my insurance is caught up. We're fine.
Are you insured?
Man, that thing looks even better in the light.
Hey, put studio lights,
Everything looks better. How do you
300
think-
watts.
How do you think they tolerate looking at us?
I mean,
It's a dummy load.
oh.
It's like, please don't burn my house down. I put money into this. Is there an antenna over there?
For what? I don't know what.
Just any mag mount antenna, I guess, would actually work.
Oh. I see some glowage.
It's working.
That's actually it. That is the right antenna.
Whoop.
Huh.
This just ain't making much noise.
Yeah, bring her over here. It's a shorty. We'll just go ahead and turn it down. We'll plug an antenna into it. Here you go.
I can.
Here's a K40.
That'll work.
I'm almost ashamed to have it out of the box for a few minutes. It's like a museum.
And here we go, just jamming some random antenna into it.
I get louder, that's normal.
Yeah, it's AM. Push it further in.
We're getting there.
That's me words.
There we go.
Take it to, what the guys running around, like 14.9, something like that.
You're in a basement, dude.
Huh?
You're in a basement.
I bet you pick up something.
You think?
I use my high-tech transmitter here. It's 14.
15, I'm on it. I like that as a PA speaker, too. It's like everybody's putting this in their car, you know, because it's rigged up for mobile capability. I remember we kind of mocked the...
I'm going to steal it out of my Hobo Freight.
It's for the 12-volt port. It's actually the same port that's on my Radio Shack base. It was a pretty common one for CBs. Ugh, just use my sticky microphone.
Have to call you the sticky man. Oh, yeah?
What's it mad about?
It's very angry sounding.
I think it's just corroded connector.
I think it's dead. I don't think that one works, Nathan.
It did, actually. I don't think it's batteries.
Oh, it could be dead or low. I didn't think of that.
Let me use my Hobo Freight meter.
I don't know why that sound.
I just noticed the
laugh so hard, but
the metal is shedding off of the needles, the red paint, which you'll see on old stuff every once in a while, but it's actually coming off a little bit.
that's sad.
It's been too much moisture or something.
No, it must be a radio issue. Well, it's probably got some.
What else you got up there that works? It's like it's transmitting because I'm getting RF when you do that.
Check.
I can hear you very clearly now.
Check 2, check 1 2, check 1 2, check 2 check 2.
What do you test? Getting anything out of this?
Yeah, I can hear
It's
it.
kind of odd because it doesn't show any RF power on my meter. I wonder if I got to cal the SWR
I think
first.
it's actually bad. It's a bad switch.
Check. Test 1 2.
It's really weak.
Yeah.
Check.
That's not.
2 1 2 2 2 2 1 2. Check.
Yeah, there we go. I don't know if it's the mic or what. What's a little odd is I'm
There we go.
seeing a test. There's no mic gain on it. I just wonder if it's actually no good. I don't know. Well, as a receiver, this thing's working great. So
Yeah.
I'm not convinced that it's actually transmitting.
I could hear you, but it wasn't good.
Well,
The
my
modulation's almost not there at all.
because these have a an RF output meter that should swing up a little, and it's staying flat left when I transmit. But the relay's clicking, and it's clearly going into transmit. Test 1 2 test. Oh, I don't know. I can't tell. It's sure you're quiet if it is there. What if it's? I don't know.
Can you turn the power down?
There's
You're
no power.
randomly flipping stuff now.
Yeah, there's a clarifier, but that's for receive on these things. Yeah.
Well, go back to just the 2. So check 2 1 2 2 2 1 2. Check 3 old take 2.
Got about an S5 over here, good buddy.
Well, yeah, it's just whining.
So I don't know if the Teaberry was never used. It sure is awfully clean. It doesn't look very used, does it, guys?
Well, I guess it sat just a long time.
But I'm not sure it survived the sitting. There's something not right here. So, but it receives just fine. Like when I tried to calibrate the SWR meter won't swing up to calibrate.
Yeah.
It goes to upper and lower sideband.
I hear bleep bleeps.
Yeah,
so I don't know. It's a neat looking radio, and we didn't need the fire extinguisher, so that's a win.
I hear peoples.
It worked. Always a trip. Blackjack, yeah.
Why do they always yell so much?
Because they're having skip shootouts. Because
I mean,
it's a thing on Channel 6 and has been for years.
Hey, what
Really?
now?
I don't know. They do that one.
5x5.
Bye. They don't use
Oh, bye.
actual ham terms. That's too easy.
Oh, goodness graciousness.
All right, so we got a beautiful old radio here.
I just don't
It's a
understand.
dead transmitter, but it's receiving pretty well in a basement.
Yeah, for an antenna you can see it in the video.
Awfully excited about something.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll be dipped.
I'll be tipped. So what do you guys think of that? Isn't that quite a wild thing? It's kind of a, well, that's a nice display piece. Maybe it's sharp.
Yeah.
So, but wonder if I should dig into it more, see if I can solve any of its problems.
I think you should.
Yeah, we'll have to do that one of these days. So.
And I'll get out the deoxit and clean the components in this old GE radio.
Yeah, we can jump in there on Channel 6 right there with them old
Yeah, we'll
boys.
throw our 4 watts at their 2,000. So.
It wouldn't be running 2,000. That'd be illegal.
Oh, they don't care. Most of these guys are like down in the South, so like in Florida and stuff. And it don't matter if the band's open or not. The band's open on Channel 6.
They'll burn it open.
I've
You
seen
don't want band open, we will burn that.
little info I've found on that kind of thing on Channel 6 is they'll show like a dude in a 90s Suburban that has 6 alternators in it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not kidding. And that's the skip shootout and that big antennas, and they flip on every amp and basically just yell at each other and try to, they literally try to overpower each other. Like just see who comes through on the channel.
1.21 gigawatts.
So I'm not really sure what the goal is other than
To be heard.
how big your manhood is, I guess. It's kind of like pickup trucks, these old boys that do Citizens Band shootouts. So,
Tell you what.
There's
and they
a
basically
card
just
for
yell
that.
at each other back and forth, and you can pick it up all over the country. And some people are like, what is this? I'm like, I don't know, but it's always been there.
It's residual. It's galactic noise.
Because even I remember, the channel I would chat with guys on in the region I lived in was Channel 7, which was the Mitchell channel at the time in the 90s.
The Mitchell Channel.
And,
7.
and it was not an ideal place to be when Channel 6 got good and powerful and the band opened up because it would bleed over so
Little
badly. And
splatter.
7, you couldn't talk to the local guys. And they were a whole channel under you, which is all of 1 kilohertz or something, but not even that much.
3K or 5K,
It's not
whatever.
very far apart. Yeah, they space each out pretty tight.
Like a newscaster yelling into a mic in the middle of a
Get on it, get a dang dog, check this. Here's the Moonraker, bye. 615, Florida. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I do. And they have fake numbers.
You're awfully good at that.
I've listened to a lot of it.
He's listened to a lot of it. Yeah.
Mighty fine, my brother. Mighty fine.
Do you know this fella?
I've heard him. He all sounds. It's like the same dude. I think.
His
every
name's
time.
Frank.
He gone.
I don't know why this amuses me so much, but it really does.
It's one of those things that if I was just obnoxious enough, I would build something absurdly ludicrous, like, Spaceballs, ludicrous speed, ludicrous power amp.
Still breaking the squelch.
I wonder if you put out like 1/4 megawatt and right.
What happened to the CB lingo book?
Yeah.
I forgot to bring that. We can't even do CB radio talking.
That was a great segment.
We're going to do it again. This is a CB.
This would have been a
We just
perfect
listened to
video
this
have
fella.
that. Now what do we
See,
got?
now we're just going to make noise and block the other guy out.
Is that what he's doing?
I don't know.
It's the Russians. They got it. I don't know why. It would be.
Well, as much fun as that is.
Wow.
Yeah, that's so impressive.
All righty then.
Well, there's your new inbox, Teaberry Stalker 202, which
It did not catch fire.
but coming out of the box, it didn't work right either. So we stuck to AM because it's what we had available, but it transmits and doesn't appear to have any real output power.
Well, it's
According to the meter anyway. So we haven't put it on a test equipment. That'll be around the corner, but for now we're going to box it back up like it was. And
sticky and all.
yeah, you really got to appreciate the truly Foxwood grain finish on metal.
There's nothing that says 70s like, wood green.
Man, this is from the heyday. This is the same year Smokey and the Bandit came out. Is when this is from. So
that was a fun movie.
yeah,
I like that movie.
yeah, this thing is sharp. I bet it's never been opened since it was in the factory.
Probably not.
I was
going to
serial
say,
number.
I'm smelling
It's not even serial. It's production
Transformers
number.
before I get warm in it.
770008. What was it?
It's probably burning some factory
4. Wow.
paint off or something.
Yeah. How about that? I think it was made in Japan.
It's serial number 7,700,804. So if they really made that many, that's a lot.
Yeah. So you want to wonder if this isn't the cleanest condition Stalker 202 still left in existence, to be honest. Because most of these are going to be beat to death in flea markets or on old shelves covered in cigarette smoke and
beer and everything else.
because being a single sideband CB radio, that's part of what made the price so high. So
True.
you don't see a whole lot of those. They command a little more money, new or old. So
Well, now they're allowing FM too. So
yeah, that's something interesting. So
I
know that President made some, which was a Uniden brand and still is. Actually had some radios. They were 10 meters, but they had an FM mode on them, and a lot of those were just used on CB too. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now that we played CB radio and made all of our ham radio friends ashamed, not all of you. I know some of you enjoy it too.
We have a ham license. I used to do CB before ham radio because I didn't have. Well, back before I got my ham license, they really didn't know how to get my ham license. There wasn't like a real good explanation. We're talking about like, I really started looking probably about 88. And I finally got a hold of someone locally that was a ham in like 89 and went to the ham fest first time, which was really cool then.
Sure.
And then like about a year later, I got my license. So it's been a few years, but yeah, no, I actually had this. Really, the thing that got me out of CB is being cussed out.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of land of the lawless, and people get on there just to be mean sometimes, unfortunately.
I don't think you would have that as much now, just because so many people really just kind of got out of it.
This was Twitter before social media.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, kind of was. Yeah.
I believe this would have mounted on one side or the other. There's probably holes.
Oh, there's
for
mount.
it. Yeah. But most of the time, these would go on the side
there, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just never got put together.
Well,
neat.
Yep.
Indeed. Yeah.
I didn't pay nearly the sticker price in the receipt for this. I promise you that.
I'd hope not.
I would hope not. Yeah,
Although, I don't know. It's pretty clean.
Yeah, I really need to get it going.
There's probably some old boy out there that'd give his last echo mic.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Would.
If you think we should restore this thing, or Tim should, leave us a comment. Let us know if you think we should. Whether Tim likes it or not, leave us a comment. Let us know. And I'll tell you what. We'll have this thing back on after we get it running.
Yep.
One way or another. And we'll put it in through some actual test equipment and see how accurate and how good it really is and everything.
I mean, I do have the entire bill of material parts list for the entire unit.
Oh, it's schematics on the back, too.
Okay, I was wondering if it did. That's why I was
Oh, yeah, it's got full schematic on there.
We might need that later. Ooh, that's complex.
It's actually not bad.
Well, maybe to the untrained eye.
Well, but your receive, so you really have the receive side and the transmit side. The receive side works. Transmit side is generating.
It does have some ICs in it, yeah.
Yeah.
One of them's to drive the display, obviously. So.
It's got some, they're kind of rudimentary, but yeah.
Neat.
I mean, keep it, what year is this? 74?
1978.
78.
When it was bought, I probably started making a little before that.
So the microprocessor was 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
But the Z80 existed already before this thing, so it didn't have one of those in. I wish it did. That'd be cool, but yeah, it's not microprocessor controlled. Well, yeah, it's got what it needs.
Very cool.
Indeed.
Well, Tell you what, fellas, why don't we see what's going on in the comments today?
Awesome.
See what we can find that.
See who there's got their ears on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have any Citizens Band related in the list this time. Oh, man, that's too bad, isn't it? Let's talk about big hard drive platters again.
All right.
Comes up from time to time, doesn't it? So,
yep.
All right. Well, a fella named Paul Hillebrand in this segment called Echoes of the Asylum, which I forgot to say, where we hear your comments.
Yep.
Who are we hearing from this week?
You're messing me up. It's all Paul. Paul Hillebrand's his name.
Hey, Paul.
He comments on the vintage mainframe era hard drive platters video.
Yep, I just had that one up here.
Yeah.
Quick.
As an added bonus, if you did have a head crash and you didn't hear it and move that disk to another drive, bingo, another crash.
Oh, yeah, because it would
could move like a disease throughout the dozens of disks in the collection.
Oh, it really could too. Yeah, it was bad.
Yes, I remember when they added 500 megabytes of memory to our NCR Century System. It was a box 2 feet high and 18 inches square. All in this special built room with AC pushed under the floor and up through the system and a halon fire suppression. You still see that today. I worked at a chemical company. To run the nightly invoices, average 1,500 would take hours. Load the program and data disks, read in the mag tape with the daily updates, merge that into the billing master file, sort that file, and print the hard copies. Just the paperwork was a monster. 6 copies with carbon paper that was stitched with thread to hold it together while printing. That's something. Never heard of that. Then run through a huge machine to cut the holes and thread off and separate the copies, and another machine to break the perforations of each sheet.
Wow.
Basically, office data was difficult in the 70s. So.
Well, I like it.
Yes. There's no question
My
about
goodness. Yeah, that's really a good story. I like the stories that's been generated off that video from guys who were there, because I was not.
that. Yeah, one of the guys I work with actually did deal with some of that stuff. We still have one of the platters in the office. Apparently, they used to use it as a Frisbee or whatever.
Right.
Dude, welcome to the Waves.
That's right. It's time for Welcome to the Waves, that part of each 3 Old Tech Dudes episode where we welcome a new ham to the hobby of ham radio. This week we welcome Leonard KC3TLH to the hobby of ham radio. Hope you enjoy everything the hobby has to offer.
Fun. Well, yeah, pretty neat. It's a fun episode, so... Hey, make sure to like this video or subscribe on YouTube or both if you haven't already. We try to have we have a lot of variety of content. It's not just a Citizens Band. It's ham radio and stereo equipment and whatever. You know, if it plugs into an outlet and is something slightly more interesting than a lamp, and sometimes we've come close to covering those.
Touch lamps are pretty cool.
Touch lamps are pretty cool. Well, we never messed with those. Well, now we've went down a rabbit hole. Lots of variety. You know, if it's electronics and it's old, and sometimes if it's new, we might cover it.
That thing's starting to smell hot.
We'll pull the plug. Yeah, and we got a fire extinguisher.
That's right.
Thanks to our roadie, so Mr. John there. So, all right. Well, hey, until next time, I'm Timmy.
I'm Justin.
I'm Nathan.
This is 3 Old Tech Dudes.
Keep your ears on.
Thanks for hanging out with us here on 3 Old Tech Dudes. Please subscribe to us here on YouTube for more tech old and new, tinkering at the workbench, repairs, ham radio, electronics, computers, and more. Please like this video and share 3OTD with your friends to help us grow the channel. We tweet at 3 Old Tech Dudes 1 on Twitter, and you can keep up with us on Facebook. Just search for 3OTD and look for our logo. Thanks so much for watching.